So first off, it's a tremendous opportunity to give back to LaunchDAL. I'm a DAL alumnus. I've been through twice. I did undergrad in kinesiology, ended up playing on the basketball team for a couple years, went up to Queens for my master's, came back to finish my PhD in interdisciplinary studies between medicine, psychology, and kinesiology. I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I prefer to work in the health spaces and athletic spaces. I'm leading a company called Curve. I'm located in Toronto right now. The company essentially is democratizing motion capture to any mobile device. And so we believe the future of measuring human movement, whether you've had a stroke and you need to assess your gait if you're walking in a different way or worse, or you're an athlete and you need to test your running speed or your vertical jump height, that will be performed. It will be solved by software, not hardware, and specifically computer vision, and more specifically, machine learning or deep learning. So we're living at an age of this machine learning revolution. It's enabling amazing breakthroughs. And for us, what we've recognized is that while previously motion capture has been a hardware problem, it's going to be a software problem very soon. And we're on the frontier of bringing software to solve that problem. What that means, we've effectively decreased the cost of motion capture and massively increased the accessibility. Anyone with a mobile device can quantitatively and objectively measure human motion. Let me speak a bit about LaunchDAL. LaunchDAL, and this is 100% honest, LaunchDAL is one of the most underrated, competitive, systematic programs that will help you, in fact, hopefully force you to focus on value creation while minimizing wasted resources. There's so much waste in entrepreneurship because of the lack of information. The nature of entrepreneurship is pursuing goals in the face of adversity, specifically the face of insufficient information. And what Mary has really done here, and many other people, including Ed, has crafted a program and brought in experts and mentors that will help you not just build a ship, but pick the right direction, which is far more important at this stage for your company than probably anything else. So let me talk about where Curve was prior to coming into LaunchPad. We weren't called Curve. We were called Athlist, I think, and that auto-corrected to Atheist, which is not a great thing when you're getting emails back from investors and it's saying Atheist by accident. Nothing against atheists. I happen to be one. We were very, very poor and very misaligned. We knew there was a really interesting technology here, but we didn't know how to apply it. In fact, we had just begun looking at computer vision at the end of the program, and so we learned a lot as we came out, but the fundamental principles. So what I'm saying is we pivoted 5 or 6 times. We wasted all kinds of time, over probably a year worth of actual hours wasted. But the principles that we learned helped us right that ship and pick the right direction. And that's the main thing I want to leave you with. The number one thing that I pulled out of LaunchPad is that, look, if you're in LaunchPad, you're already a hard worker. But if you're moving in the wrong direction, it's all for nothing. It's all a waste. You have to be very, very honest in taking a formal idea and actually asking yourself how this creates value. Creating a viable plan to realize that larger dream. All right, Amazon started with selling simple books and now they're taking over the world. Tesla started with a simple sports car and now they're building a mass consumer car. You have to start with this vision of taking one simple idea, creating a beautiful pathway, but then specifically setting out the viable creative milestones of how you can get there. You can't start with the Model 3. You can't start by buying Whole Foods. You have to start with selling books. You have to start with one simple thing and build up. And if you're a good entrepreneur and if you're serious, you'll quantitatively model this in a financial model. You'll show this machine where you put more money, you put money in the top and more money comes out the bottom, and investors and other individuals won't have to go with opinions, of which they'll only take their own. You'll give them facts, you'll give them evidence, and they can look at it and give you real feedback. The number one takeaway I want to give you is this. The biggest skill of any entrepreneur, what I believe, is the ability to correctively prioritize tasks. This is fundamentally what I think the lean methodology is trying to do, is getting you to prioritize going out and actually figuring out if there's a real problem worth solving. Because most likely, you're not solving a real problem. You've picked a cool technology, a cool idea, you picked up a cool hammer, and you're running around looking for nails. The best entrepreneurs prioritize. There's so much wasted space. Oh, there's so much wasted time. Oh, I can go to this networking event. I can go to this lecture. I can do this. I can research. I can watch this YouTube video. I can apply for this accelerator. Just focus on building an actual business where you create value and then claw some of it back and have an actual quantitatively backed plan of how you can grow that small little startup with very few resources into something much bigger. Don't just rely on getting a couple $1 million from investors. It's not going to happen. You have to build up with accretive milestones, piece by piece. And you have to look in the mirror and make it real. What had I wished the alumni told me? I wish I would have, they probably did tell me, but I didn't recognize. I wish I would have recognized how much time you can actually waste. Pick a problem that you're willing to spend the next 10 years on. Seriously. Pick a problem you're willing to spend the next 10 years on and dedicate yourself to it. Many people aren't true to themselves. They actually lie to themselves about what they want. They want to do entrepreneurship because it's cool. Probably 80% of the class I'm speaking to right now are doing it because it's cool. Maybe it's not serious. Maybe you don't want to leave your full-time job, or you'll try it out. You have to take off the life jacket and jump in. You really have to do that if you're serious. And when you do that, you recognize you put more skin in the game. You start to learn more about yourself. You stop lying to yourself. You start creating real financial models. You start making real accretive milestones, and you start calling people, and you're excited to do it because you have actual skin in the game. Other than that, the point I want to make is this. Most of you right now will be rushing and panicking and fretting over getting some type of traction, talking to customers, getting advisors, all that jazz. Focus more, and I wish I would have done this, focus more on the direction before you set sail. Because it's all going to be for waste. Make sure you have the direction right. Make sure you have the right idea. And if you're not sure, go talk to people, figure out, but make sure you have the right idea, because the right idea is a deal breaker. That being said, the number one thing young investors look for, or investors in young companies look for, is the quality of the founder. So you need to focus on your ability to learn quickly and improve and model yourself after the best entrepreneurs. That's the one thing I've learned here, that all the investors in the early stage company, they're looking at you. They're saying, can I trust this person, giving them $500,000? Will they waste it? Are they talented? Are they smart? Will they actually get on the phone and raise more money? That's what you need to do. You need to focus on your personal development, and you need to focus on making a viable plan of taking a small company with a cool idea, with very little resources, and building up to the point where you have real evidence you can show investors so they'll put money behind you. That's what you need to do. I love LaunchPad. I love Dalhousie. You're willing to contact me anytime. My email is simply my first name, SHEA, @curve.ai, CURV.ai, no E, SHEA @CURV.ai. Reach out anytime. I'm more than happy to help. I hope to be able to stop by the LaunchPad a couple times this summer. I love all you guys. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mary.